Will Raja Jackson be arrested from what you're hearing?
Yeah, there's not a doubt in my mind. Everything's on tape, on video. It's premeditated. Just LAPD tends to drag their feet.
SykoStu is suing. Is he suing Raja specifically, or who is he suing specifically?
I know from a decent source that there are lawyers involved, but that was on the internet. I think it was X posted it, and then a couple other ones.
He's posted a couple things, but the most recent one I thought was the most telling. He posted a very long statement on his Instagram, and I'm not going to read the whole thing. You've seen it. You can go. He's talking more about the reaction, and I know. And by the way, let's call it like it is. Like, there's been a lot of, I can't even imagine the racist stuff that has been thrown his way and his son's way. One should have nothing to do with the other. Like, get that out of here.
SykoStu's friend, Doug Malo, the man who stepped in to stop Roger Jackson, confirmed that an active investigation is underway and that Roger's arrest is imminent. Malo explained that detectives assured him Raja would be taken into custody within days, emphasizing that everything was caught on video, clearly showing premeditation. While noting that the LAPD often moves slowly, he stressed the investigation is centered solely on Raja, not on himself or anyone else. Malo added that detectives are currently gathering additional footage to ensure a solid case before making the official arrest.
So what can you tell us from those conversations that you've had? Any updates? Will Raja Jackson be arrested from what you're hearing?
Yeah, there's not a doubt in my mind. Everything's on tape, on video. It's premeditated. Just LAPD tends to drag their feet. So the detective asked me a bunch of questions. I even asked about my implications, just because it's, you're involved and whatnot. And he goes, no, there's nothing to worry about. Like, you're just trying to get compliance. Everything was towards Raja. He asked a couple other questions about the other videos involved with the people in the back and this and that. Not for implications, just because he's just trying to get information. He's building a solid case.
Doug Malo revealed that detectives informed him the LAPD was intentionally moving slowly while building the case. He said they already had sufficient evidence and witnesses for the state to proceed, but investigators were focused on proving the degree of premeditation. Malo added that detectives even questioned him about specific conversations and terms, working to fully understand their context before pressing charges.
The detective I talked to outside of the case, just to ask him about formalities, what I should look at, what not to look at. He was saying that this is just how LAPD works. They drag their feet. So they're building the case right now. They get all the evidence. The state's going to pick it up because there's so many people, so many witnesses. Heck, even my little brother saw it. My girlfriend, my mom, all the kids that saw it, all the people there. So that right there, they have the evidence enough to try the case. And then what they're trying to figure out is what level of premeditation is, from my understanding, is why he's trying to figure out what conversations took place, what conversations mean. He was asking me what specific terms mean exactly, and like what they mean to the person they're telling them to.
Doug Meir confirmed that lawyers are already involved and said he fully expects Stuart Smith to file a lawsuit against Roger Jackson. He added that according to reliable sources, legal action is very likely and the process has already begun.
SykoStu is suing. Is he suing Raja specifically, or who is he suing specifically?
I know from a decent source that there are lawyers involved, but that was on the internet. I think it was X posted it, and then a couple other ones.
But is this confirmed, for a fact from your source, right?
That there's lawyers involved.
Is there any idea of who he's suing?
I think their first name starts with an R and their last name is Jackson.
Yeah, we know that there are lawyers involved, so let the process play out, and then we'll know it by ear. But I can say there's a high probability of that.
That's what's gonna happen to Raja?
Yeah.
That literally sounded like a jail door.
Straight to jail.
Yep.
Doug Malo admitted the entire ordeal has left him dealing with heavy anxiety and frustration. He expressed his desire to move beyond the drama, focusing instead on advancing his wrestling career and hopefully signing with a major promotion. Malo explained that too often the truth gets buried beneath speculation, leaving him trapped in the middle of a situation he never wanted. For now, he believes the smartest choice is to remain quiet, keep training, and push forward, emphasizing that he never sought this attention. He only stepped in to stop what became an attempted murder.
This has happened. You've gotten a lot of positive attention, Doug. What's next for you as far as in wrestling and just in general? What are your plans moving forward?
I don't know now. I want to get to an upper echelon and like I want to be somewhere and like I don't want to sit here and have to deal with all this drama anymore. I feel like I'm damned if I do and I'm damned if I don't. Like if I say how I feel or I just tell the truth, you know what I mean? Like I don't know. Like it gives me a bunch of anxiety like dealing with this whole situation. Like I want to get signed. I want to go somewhere. Like I'm cool with AEW, MLW, WWE, anywhere, right? But like all of this leaves it up for everyone to speculate on, and the truth always gets buried. You know what I mean? And then years later it might come out and it's like, oh, that was the truth. They were right. They were this, right? But like I feel like right now it's like the best thing for me to do is just shut myself in a room and be quiet because like this is a lot. I didn't ask for any of this shit. All I did was break up a fucking fight or attempted murder. It's a lot.
John Bradshaw Layfield condemned Roger Jackson's assault, saying it went far beyond a fight. He stressed that full responsibility rested on Raja, while also showing concern for Rampage Jackson, who was unfairly dragged into the drama. Layfield added that striking someone already unconscious crosses the line of basic humanity.
Attempted murder. There's no other way to describe it. And I'm gonna give you some caveats about what could have been done, but I want to make it very clear. This is 100% Raja Jackson's fault. 100%. The fault and the blame lies 100% with this man. I feel sorry for Rampage. He seems like a really good guy. His talk about his son had a concussion. We can talk about that in a minute. And that he should have been there and put him in that situation, which is I think correct. But 100% of this blame goes on Raja. I mean, no matter what happens here, once this guy's out, the fight's over. If it is a fight, the guy didn't know he was in a fight. So forget about the fact that, that the guy thought he was working and, he knocks him out. But at that point, it's just attempted murder. I mean, you're hitting. I don't care what happens. I don't care if you just happen in the back. A guy's down and out and you just keep punching him. There's no call for that.